Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Uyi Agmofwebe. We would like to remind you that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365. Security agencies did not give any prior warning before the roadblock that has caused a gridlock extending as far as Yaya Bridge, more than 12 kilometers from the checkpoint. Civil servants and traders who work in the Federal Capital Territory live outside the city center in places such as Yaya, Karu, Maraba, and Masaka after hours of standstill. Many of them were forced to return home. This is coming 3 days to the planned nationwide protest over the current economic hardship in the country. In a related development, some youths have trooped to the streets of Niger State to protest the ongoing cost of living crisis in the country. They wielded placards such as "Enough is enough, stop anti-masses policies, we are not slaves in our country, hardship is unbearable, fuel subsidy must be back," among others. The protesters marched to the streets as they chanted anti-government songs. The federal and state governments had made several efforts to stop the protest, saying it could be hijacked by hoodlums and enemies of democracy. Last week, Governor Mohammed Bago had wooed residents of Niger with welfare packages to prevent the demonstration. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Anambra State Command, says it has destroyed 1,190 officers and it has dismissed and deployed 1,190 officers and men ahead of the planned nationwide protest scheduled to begin on August the 1st. Anambra State Commander of the agency, Maku Olatunde, stated this in Oka, the state capital, after a meeting with other service commanders in the state. Head of Media and Tactical Operations, Okadigbo Edwin, noted that the command remains committed and unrelenting in maintaining law and order before, during, and after the planned protest. You're watching the live broadcast of the Midday News on Global Television. We're taking a quick break. When we return, we'll have more stories for you. So stay with us.
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news, current issues, and human-related topics. Join Samuel Odi weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here.
Well, thank you for staying with us on the Midday News on Global Television. The United States, United Kingdom, and Canada have raised the alarm over the likelihood of violence during the planned August 1 End Bad Governance protest in the country. The three countries, in separate travel alerts, cautioned their nationals in Nigeria to avoid getting caught in the confrontation that might occur between the security agencies and protesters, citing past incidences. The advisories come as apprehensive market leaders in Abuja, Sokoto, Kano, Katsina, Ogun, Osun, Zamfara, Gombe, and other parts of the country requested strong security around markets during the rallies. Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, has advised students in Nigerian universities to remain on campus during the planned nationwide protest to avoid risking their lives. The minister, through the Acting Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, NUC, Chris Mayaki, made this known in a letter addressed to the Vice Chancellors of universities across the country. The presidency and police authorities have called on youths to abandon the plan. Similarly, ex-militant leader Ozowede government Ekpomoroko, also called Tompolo, has called on Nigerians to shelve the proposed nationwide hardship protest, insisting that things are getting better under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu. He said the president is working hard to revamp the economy and well-thought-out policies as well as programs, noting that the protest could harm the economy if held. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has urged organizers of the planned August 1 nationwide protest to shelve the agitation to have President Bola Tinubu scrap the 1999 Constitution. The ruling party disclosed this after a closed-door meeting with the Forum of APC State Chairman to discuss the modalities of the proposed protest at the national headquarters of the party in Abuja. Samuel Odi has details.
Addressing journalists in Abuja, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, confirmed the concerns about the involvement of external actors in the protest, emphasizing the need for Nigeria to exercise caution before joining any protest groups.
A sincere apologies for that mix-up. We'll follow up with that story for you in the course of this newscast. In an effort to tackle the rampant misuse of official plate numbers, Jigawa State Government has inaugurated an 11-member task force committee to retrieve unauthorized number plates and sanction offenders. Chaired by Tijani Murtala, the committee aims to identify and confiscate official plate numbers used by civil and public officers on private vehicles. Secretary to the Government of Jigawa State, Bala Ibrahim, urged the committee to work diligently and justify the confidence placed in them. Former Kano State House of Assembly Speaker Kabiru Roram, who is currently the chairman of the House Committee on Air Force, has challenged the Kano State government's decision to dissolve the Rano Emirate. Roram, a member representing Rano, Kibia, and Bankura federal constituency, furthered the state government's decision at the commissioning of the Nigerian Air Force Girls Boarding Secondary School in Rano. Also, Roram vehemently opposed the Kano State government's decision to downgrade the Rano Emirate to a second-class status. Away from Kano now, at least 3 persons have been confirmed dead in a building collapse in Jigawa State. The police public relations officer in the state, DSP Lawan Adam, in a statement, confirmed the fatalities, noting that 4 persons sustained injuries. Lagos State government is set to test the state-of-the-art 40-passenger ferries built by Cavertine Marine Limited in collaboration with the state. The State Ministry of Transport and the Waterways Authority announced that the omnibus pilot operations would focus on thorough testing of the ferry's data collection, public awareness, and operational framework refinements ahead of full deployment. A statement added that during the 2-week pilot operation period, the ferries would operate on 3 key routes with 1 round trip per day on each route, morning and evening. You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News coming to you from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. When Midday News returns, UN says worse yet to come is Southern Africa's once-in-a-century drought. We have those details and more for you right after this break. Please stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you a live broadcast of Midday News with Uyi Agumofwegbe. We appreciate you for your time with us. And now talking business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has clarified that only accounts that have been inactive for over 10 years are eligible to be classified as dormant and will be used for investment purposes. It also stated that a dedicated office would be created to manage dormant accounts and unclaimed balances. The Apex Bank disclosed this in its recently issued document titled Guidelines on Dormant Accounts and Unclaimed Balances, posted on its official website. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tuji-Onjo has characterized the era of fuel subsidy as a cancer that was destroying Nigeria's economy, necessitating its removal by President Bola Tinubu. Tuji-Onjo made these statements in an interview while appealing to Nigerians to be patient with the Tinubu-led administration. According to him, the president's decision to remove the subsidy payments along with other tough reforms implemented by his administration is not only laudable, but also demonstrates his boldness as a leader. Nigeria's imported food inflation jumped to 36.38% in June 2024 from 34.83% recorded in the previous month, which represents a 1.55% minus points increase. According to the Consumer Price Index data for June 2024 by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), the average price index for imported food rose to 806.0 in June 2024 from 591.0 in the same month of the previous year. Nigeria's imported food inflation increased significantly from the 19.10% recorded in June 2023 as Naira weakened following the unification of all segments of the forex exchange market by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Nigerian Air Force says its Operation Delta Safe has destroyed 12 illegal refining sites and 2 reservoirs in airstrikes in Abia and Rivers States. Director, Public Relations and Information of the Nigerian Air Force, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gabwet, made this known in a statement in Abuja. Gabwet said the Air Force had intensified efforts to minimize the activities of oil thieves and other economic saboteurs in the Niger Delta. He stated that the armed reconnaissance undertaken by the aircraft revealed several illegal refining sites located in Nani-fenced households at Umoise in Abia State. On the foreign scene, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro has won re-election with 51.2% of votes cast. That's according to the Electoral Council announcements after a campaign tainted by claims of opposition intimidation and fears of fraud. The president of the CNE electoral body, Elvis Amoroso, in its majority loyal government, told reporters that 44.2% of the votes had gone to opposition candidates and Mordo Gonzalez Urida. Manduro 61 addressed supporters minutes after the announcement, saying there will be peace, stability, and justice in Venezuela. Russia says it had downed 39 drones fired by Ukraine overnight, mainly targeting border regions. It stated that 3 others were neutralized in the northwestern Leningrad region near St. Petersburg in an attempted terrorist attack. Ukrainian drone attacks on Russia, fuel depots, refineries, and energy facilities are frequent, particularly in the border regions. Russia has also launched massive attacks on Ukraine's power plants, causing severe electricity shortages in recent months. Bangladeshi students have called new street protests after Prime Minister Sheikh Hassani's government ignored an ultimatum to release their leaders and apologize for those killed in deadly unrests. According to reports, student rallies against civil service job quotas this month sparked days of violence that killed at least 205 people, including several police officers. The clashes were some of the worst of Hasina's 15-year tenure, but her government has since largely restored order by deploying troops, imposing a curfew, and shutting down the internet nationwide. Now time to bring you some excitement from the world of sports. The Super Falcons have lost 1-0 to world champions Spain in their second Group C match of the 2024 Olympics Women's Football Tournament at Stade de la Bajoa, Loe Fonte, Nantes, leaving the African giants on the brink of elimination. Coach Randy Waldrum made 2 changes to the Super Falcons team that started the 1-0 defeats against Brazil, bringing in Italy FC forward Cesar Tushuala for Veronica Ihuozo, while Esther Okoronkwo was preferred to new PSG signing Jennifer Eshogini. And that's it on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TVNG and other handles as you now see on your screen. I'm Uyi Agumofwebe saying a very big thank you to you for watching. Coming up next is Lunch Global with Chung Annabelle Joseph. Have a great time watching.